ISOM number one. So let's talk about the packaging first. So the packaging was really great, nice and secure, safe from damage and weather. So kudos to everyone who was involved in the packaging. Now the book itself, front and back covers both really sturdy. The pages never felt flimsy. Really good material overall. The art was good. The color is awesome. The writing is straightforward and easy to follow. Now let's dive into the story, characters, my overall thoughts, and the positives and negatives. The story was tight and very engaging, but there was a bit of a pacing issue for me, especially from the start to the first advertisement page. Like the first 2 to 3 pages of the book itself is of the police. One is from outside the police station, and the other two has like officers and detectives talking about the crime rate, what is going on, and people with abilities. And straight from that, you go to Isom talking to his sister and leaving, which lasts about 4 pages. After that is 4 pages of intros for Yaira and the Alpha Core. Then it's 11 pages of Avery and Darren meeting up. A fight breaks through, which leads to the final 7 pages of Yaira and Avery meeting for the first time. So that's a total of 28 pages. So when I got to this part, I actually stopped reading and I was like, what's going to be in the rest of this book? So yeah, that was my major gripe, was the pacing. Things never got a chance to breathe. Like young Ripper was probably thinking of doing a hot start that's exciting, impactful, and engages the viewer right away, but I just felt rushed. Now, how would I fix this? So, I would have like a montage of Avery working on the farm, helping people, how much he means to the other workers. Like, without him, they won't be able to get on with work. So, basically, focus on him for a couple of pages before you show 2 3 panels of him boxing and getting a phone call. Second would be that show him track down where Darren is, because he's not been in the city for a while and he immediately knows where Darren is. Like the first place he goes to, he finds Darren. Like 2 3 pages of him going around the city asking, like, oh, where's Darren? Because he's not at the place where I last knew he was at. So that would be like the 2 things I would add to make it feel more at a steady pace instead of feeling rushed. Also, maybe spread out the introductions for Yaira and the Alpha Core a little bit. Now that my biggest gripe is out the way, I have like 2 little gripes at the side. So, first is the sheer coincidence of Yaira and Avery meeting up. Like, Avery's thrown out the club, Yaira's obviously knocked down by the Alpha Core, and they bump into each other. Just the coincidence of that happening was like a little gripe for me. Now, the second little gripe is the fact that the Alpha Core are just like, you know what? Let Yaira and Avery just fight one on one. Like, they could have easily joined in and made it a 4 on 1 against Yaira and then possibly captured her or whatever. But they like stood aside unless she subdued them. But that wouldn't make sense for the fact that she got knocked down from the sky. So I'm obviously talking about my biggest gripe and 2 little gripes right now, but it doesn't mean that I still did not like what happened in the panels. Like the fight between Yaira and Avery, I liked the twist of revealing, or basically revealing that he can't fly. I really like that. So after he falls onto the taxi, this is where I feel like the story takes a turn and gets really exciting. Because from here till the end of the book, there's a lot of world building, character development, and this is from now, from the hospital, where he gets at the hospital, Isom. From that onwards is when I started to really feel invested in the character, because you got to see like his mentality of why he's doing this. It's not just because he wants to save a family friend. It's also because he felt disrespected by Darren. Plus, there's lots of seeds planted for stories to come, characters in their own books, and all that. I like how he gets a suit, like this already established tailor in the city. Also, I like how he has this connection with his niece that might imply that she's also accept. So yeah, that's like the positives and negatives in the story. So let's talk about characters. So Yaira and the Alpha Core, I feel like their part in this book was so brief that I need more on them. The side and supporting characters are all fine. Isom and Darren are like the most intriguing ones. Now, I did have like a question about powers and abilities because I feel like they're not established in the book. Like, you can't actually tell what powers each character has, what their weaknesses are. But I did not want to make that like a gripe of mine because I feel like that is on the trading cards and I never got the trading cards. So, yeah. Now, my overall summary, I would give this book a 4 out of 5 star rating. I'm interested to see where Isom goes, what Darren has up his sleeve, Sam, what he encountered when he pulled out the gun at the barn, the mystery behind Jasmine and what happened to her. Also, the four characters that were set up for more books, like the two in the club that was sitting down and chatting, the man and the woman, and the two members from the band who are clearly like otherworldly. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to in Isom 2 and other books. So before I end this video, I would like to thank Young Ripper and everyone who worked on this project to give the fans and the customer what they want in modern entertainment.